Here's some excellent channels that you should subscribe to immediately. As always, some channel updates are going to follow. First up, we have Godless Engineer, who consistently posts excellent material that includes debunkings of creationist crap, atheist activism videos, and most uniquely of all, interviews with prominent YouTube atheists. He obviously works very hard to grind out so many videos of such high quality, so if you have a soul, go ahead and subscribe to him. As for the rest of you, that is to say, every single person watching this video, go ahead and subscribe to him. Next, we have Tony Reed, who is criminally undersubscribed given the fantastic nature of his videos. He debunks creationist bullshit in his series, How Creationism Taught Me Real Science, where he systematically hunts down every creationist claim that he can find and elegantly eviscerates them. As there is no shortage of pseudo-intellectual arguments against evolution and the Big Bang, Tony Reed will likewise have no shortage of videos debunking them. I have a feeling that this series will easily include hundreds of videos, and I intend to watch every single one. You should too. Up next is Saint Rahman, whose videos are devoted to arguments for and against religion. He takes the claims of the religious and shows why each of them are complete bullshit, and also posits arguments against the validity of theism, which we don't really see as often as we see the debunking of theistic claims. He likes to address theists like Once Forgiven, Now Free and Eric Hovind, carefully consider their position, cautiously postulate the ramifications of their recklessly confident convictions, and ram the stick of reason right up their motherfucking ass. The next YouTuber who's getting a shout-out is Apostate Chick, an ex-Jehovah's Witness who gives us an inside look at one of the most annoying flavors of Christianity out there. Spoiler alert, Jehovah's Witnesses are even more bizarre than you thought. Her video style is of the vlogging variety, which is nice because you don't have to watch the screen to know what's going on, which leaves you free to multitask during busy days while staying refreshed from the fresh air of reason. Subscribe to this lady now. Our penultimate shout-out is to Atheist Mom, who started out only a month ago but deserves to grow as quickly as possible. Aside from an occasional response to numbnuts like Ray Comfort and Nephilim Free, her videos include an excellent series called Women of the Bible, What Can We Really Learn?, where she discusses how the Bible cements the role of women as subservient sycophants who are the belongings of men. This angle of theological criticism is very rare, and I deeply appreciate the emphasis that she places on it, partly because the maltreatment of women in the Bible is disgusting and needs to be seriously addressed. I'd go as far as to postulate that nothing in human history is more responsible for the mistreatment of women than organized religion. No, not even video games. Finally, I'd like to give a shout-out to Wildwood Claire 1, who's probably more responsible than anybody else for the success of my YouTube channel. She's one of the best YouTube rationalists out there right now. She regularly releases videos of such high quality that it puts my channel to shame. She likes to perform hilarious eviscerations on far-right politicians who make the mistake of attempting to justify their unjustifiable positions, and of course having professional insights in geology, she enjoys ripping creationist numbnuts a new one, often awarding them the coveted Dim Bulb Award in the process. I can't even begin to describe how awesome her channel is. If you want to see a real artist at work, stop watching this crap immediately and go spend an hour or 2 or 10 on her channel. And don't forget your coffee. So now that we're done with the shoutouts, a couple of announcements. First of all, I'm no longer able to read every comment on my videos. There are just too many of you at this point, and reading each of your replies would be a full-time chore. If you really, really want to talk to me, go ahead and PM me, but I might not be able to reply within a week. Next, I'm hard at work scripting Quantum Theory Made Easy. I have a lot to juggle at the moment, and I want to script every episode before producing any of them to ensure that the series exhibits reasonable continuity. Don't worry, it's going to get made, but if you want it to be good, then you'll have to wait for me to perfect it. I've never delivered anything whose quality I consider to be subpar, and I intend to keep it that way. So as a reward for your patience, here's a sneak peek at what the videos will cover. The series will have 6 parts in its core structure, which I recommend to be watched in sequential order. The topics discussed will be the duality of light, where I discuss Planck's formula and constant, how it led to Einstein's Nobel Prize-winning work on the photoelectric effect, and how that first step toward quantum mechanics, along with Compton scattering and Bremsstrahlung, revolutionized our picture of electromagnetic waves. The duality of subatomic particles, where I discuss the de Broglie wavelength, the Bohr model, atomic spectra, and the quantization of dynamic variables. The Schrödinger equation, where I discuss wave functions, how quantum physics calculations work, and the generalized statistical interpretation of quantum mechanics. Atomic structure, where I'll return to the Bohr model and introduce quantum numbers before generalizing these concepts via the exclusion principle and the Zeeman effect. Quantum uncertainty, where I'll discuss the importance of non-commuting quantum variables and the meaning, along with some weird consequences, of the uncertainty principle. Here I'll discuss the Stern-Gerlach experiment and the importance of spin, which I think will tie all the preceding material together quite nicely. And finally, an addendum where I'll discuss miscellaneous topics like the EPR paradox, Bell's inequalities, and the various interpretations of quantum theory. After all of these topics have been covered, I'll release 3 additional videos that will depend on the preceding material, but can be watched in any order after the core videos have been seen. The topics will be molecules and condensed matter, where I'll discuss how quantum mechanics builds molecular bonds and spectra, as well as conductors and insulators. Nuclear physics, where I'll explain the various models of nuclear structure, as well as radioactive decay, fission, and fusion. And my personal favorite, particle physics, which will focus almost entirely on the Standard Model. There will also be a little bit of quantum field theory, particularly when discussing how the Dirac equation led to the discovery of antimatter, and how the strong force is mediated by the colors of quarks. I should also probably make it clear that I'm in no way as knowledgeable on the topics of condensed matter physics, nuclear physics, or quantum field theory as I am in quantum mechanics. The information that I dispense in these supplementary videos will be even more basic than that of the core series. The structure of these videos will essentially be based on the final 7 chapters of Young and Friedman's University Physics, 13th edition, which is generally used by engineering undergraduates and will thus serve our purpose as well. It's conceptually strong, and the mathematical formalism is scarce enough to allow for a clean narrative of the subject matter. So that's all for the sneak peek. Finally, I'm considering making a Patreon account to receive a bit of fan funding, but I'd be very uncomfortable with asking you guys for money unless I know you're eager to contribute. So with the blessing of my subscribers, I'll make an account and you can donate however much you want. If a bunch of you object to this idea, then I won't make a Patreon account and I'll never bring it up again. I'll leave the decision to you guys. Just comment what you think, and I'll skim through them later this week before making a final decision. Well, that's it for now. I'll be pretty busy until mid-March, so you won't see much activity on this channel until then. While you wait, go ahead and check out these other channels. Links are in the description.